Hey there, science lovers! Today we are going to take a bond to remember. Welcome to Geometry 101, where we will explore how electron pairs, molecular geometry, and bond angles form. So stick around because things are about to get shaped up.
Let's start with electron pairs. Imagine they're like that one friend who just can't get along with anyone. Always pushing for space o minsan ay palaging senti. Electrons, whether bonding or lone pairs, repel each other. The more they push, the more they shape the molecule.
Itong mga electron pairs na to ay nagkalat. Di ba nakikita ang sinusubukan kong ayusin ang sarili ko?
Whoa, calm down there, molecule. The valence shell electron pair repulsion theory says that you can just spread like that. Kailangan mong ayusin sarili mo in a way that it minimizes all this pushing and shoving. Let's get you in shape.
Much better. Now I'm perfect tetrahedral with a perfect symmetry.
Here's where magic happens. Molecules takes different shapes depending on how many electrons are involved. Two pairs, you got yourself a straight line, aka linear molecule. 3, you got yourself a trigonal planar, 3 points in space creating balance and harmony. 4, boom, tetrahedral. Geometry class just turned into a 3D art. 5, you got diagonal bipyramidal. Complex, right? But there's more. We got octahedral with 6 electron pairs. I know it's too much for you to process, but before that, let's know more about them.
First up, linear. Kapag meron tayong dalawang atom like carbon and oxygen and carbon dioxide, they form a straight line. Ibig sabihin, walang extra electron pairs around the atom. The bond angle, a perfect 180 degrees.
Carbon dioxide can trap heat in the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. So, saktong-sakto ang linear shape that makes it a great heat trap.
Next, we have trigonal planar. 3 atoms forming a flat triangular shape, like in boron trifluoride. The bond angle here, you got a nice 120 degrees.
Makikita natin kung paano nakaayos ng pantay-pantay ang mga electron at lone pairs, kaya nagiging stable at symmetrical ang structure.
Now let's get bent with sulfur dioxide. This shape occurs when there are lone pairs of electrons that cause the atom to bend out of place. The bond angle here is around 120 degrees, pero hindi ito ang perfect angle. Why? Because those electron pairs are pushing the atoms away.
Sulfur dioxide's bend shape is key to why it's a pollutant. It reacts differently with other molecules in the atmosphere, kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng acidic rain.
Let's go 3D in a tetrahedral shape, like methane. The molecule forms a pyramid with a flat base, and the bond angles here is a 109.5 degrees. Carbon and methane love symmetry and bonding. This geometry makes methane a stable and unreactive gas.
On the trigonal pyramidal like ammonia, nitrogen pushes the hydrogen into a pyramid shape. But guess what? The bond angles here are a little less than 100.5 degrees because the lone electron pair on nitrogen is also pushing things around.
At ang shape ng ammonia ang nagbibigay ng kakaibang amoy and makes it a strong base in chemistry. So its geometry is a key factor in chemical properties.
Up next, angular bend, like water. The bend shape is due to those lone electron pairs pushing the hydrogens away. The bond angle? About 109.5 degrees. Water shape is perfect for dissolving salts and sugars. The bend allows it to create hydrogen bonds, making water a great solvent.
Here's where it gets interesting. Trigonal bipyramidal. Phosphorus pentachloride is a classic example. It has 5 bonds, 3 in the plane and 2 above and below the plane. The bond angles here vary from 90 degrees to 120 degrees. These shapes allow for versatility like in complex chemical reactions. The geometry gives it the flexibility to interact with a variety of other molecules.
Time for seesaw! Antimony pentafluoride has this shape because of lone electron pairs pushing the fluorine atoms into a seesaw arrangement. The angles are a bit more complex, 90 degrees and 120 degrees. Katulad ng totoong siso, it's all about balance. Too much imbalance and the molecule won't work. Ang hugis nito ay mahalaga sa reactions kapag may involved na metals.
T-shape coming up next. Take chlorine trifluoride. It has 3 fluorines arranged in T-shape. The bond angles, it's 90 degrees. Despite its odd shape, this molecule's unstable nature makes it super reactive, especially with water. T-shapes can sometimes make molecules aggressive in chemical reaction.
Next up, we have linear, xenon difluoride. Ay bihira! Bakit? Dahil ang noble gas na xenon ay officially breaks its usual ways to bond with 2 fluorine atoms, proving even the most laid-back elements ay pwede rin makijoin.
Welcome to the octahedral shape with sulfur hexafluoride. It's like a fancy dice with bond angles at 90 degrees. These 3D shapes give sulfur hexafluoride its stable and inert characteristics. It's great for use in electrical equipment because it doesn't react easily. Some shapes just know how to stay cool under pressure.
And now, we have square pyramidal. Take bromine pentafluoride. Ang shape ay may square base at mayroong 1 lone pair sa itaas, and the bond angles are 90 degrees. This unique shape gives bromine pentafluoride its reactivity and makes it useful in certain reactions. It's all about the angles.
And finally, we end with square planar, where xenon tetrafluoride is the star. These fluorine arrange themselves in a square, and the perfect angles, a perfect 90 degree.
Perfect for stability. This shape makes xenon tetrafluoride useful in a variety of chemical syntheses and gives it a unique set of properties, from reactivity to stability.
Molecules shape just around for decoration. They influence everything how molecules react, their stability, and even their physical and chemical properties, like melting, boiling points, and its reactivity.
Shape matters. So whether it's carbon dioxide straight line or water's bent angle, geometry can change the entire game. Remember, it's all about those bend angles.
To wrap it up, electron pairs decide the shape. The shape decides the bond angles, and those bond angles decide how the molecule behaves. That's how molecular geometry influences everything from solubility to boiling points. It's all about that geometry.